I do a lot of prep. I really want to get the right question across. So, Alec Miller, what the fuck is vlogging?
What do you do?
We got Alec Miller, who is from the Hit YouTube channel.
Hit. I like that. I like Hit.
What am I going to say? Like,
I like
the sort
Hit.
of stagnant YouTube channel. Nobody's going to like
Yeah,
that.
no, don't say that. Even if it was
Hey,
stagnant.
I'm from the stagnant YouTube channel. Alec and Moyra.
Alec and Moyra is the channel.
Alec and
Go
Moyra
like
is
and
the
subscribe.
channel.
Hashtag
Like
vlog.
and subscribe. Hashtag vlog. That's what it is. So the reason why Alec is here is because he's got a really interesting story of the vlogging life.
Yeah.
And basically being in it for so long and adapting to it. Because a lot of people that put out content, whatever it is,
Yeah.
they pretty much want to stick to their guns. And when they get to a certain level, they're like, all right,
I'm safe.
I'm safe. I'm
Right,
safe.
yeah.
And you still have like a lot of followers. You've got a lot of different stuff you put out. But you kind of sat back and you were like, I can be doing something differently. Or we can be changing this up.
Yeah.
Not for necessarily the audience's doing, but for your own doing as a
Yeah.
content creator. You gotta basically be fresh.
Yeah.
Unlike me, I'm just like so far from fresh.
It's
I'm
the
like,
same old stuff
It's just
with
the
John.
same old shit.
John has been doing this since like the 80s, and,
The
it's,
80s.
and it's looked exactly the same. Like I've been on this show like 20 times
20
before.
times.
Like you know.
Me too. 20 fucking times. But, it's for some people, they expect a certain format, but you can add new elements into that format.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, what can you really talk about what vlogging means to you?
So,
If I were to say, what do you do as a vlogger? How would you respond to that?
vlogging to me is basically documenting, right? That's all it really is. So like I feel like ever since the dawn of time where the video camera first came about and people were actually able to, press the record button and record an experience and like watch it in real time as if they were there. I feel like that's when vlogging like started.
Yeah.
But just it didn't become like a thing where people are like, oh, you're a vlogger? It was like more like, no, like, oh, he's recording, like his kid's doing something, or he's recording his wedding, or those are all vlogs.
So
And
so you think that's sort of the origins of the vlogging?
yeah, I feel like that's the origins of the vlog, and I feel like everybody, especially in this day and age, especially if you have social media, right, and you post stories on Snapchat, and you post stories on Instagram, like that's vlogging, right? So like if you made 10 clips, all day long, and you recorded your lunch, you said something funny on the train, you recorded, these street performances, like if you was to literally take all those clips from the day and like throw them in the Premiere and just leave them as is, like that's still a vlog.
That's a vlog,
right? So
it's sort of like a personal walkthrough or narration of
anything,
everyday life,
of anything,
okay.
right? It doesn't even necessarily have to be everyday life. Like some people, they look at vlogging and they go, "Oh, so you record your life, right?"
Yeah.
It's like not necessarily. It could be anything, right? So you could be a vlogger in, like, let's say you're a dancer, right?
Okay. I am a dancer.
John is a dancer.
I dance.
He does ballet. Like, let's say you're a dancer, right? You don't necessarily have to say, okay, I have to record myself brushing my teeth. I have to record myself, hanging out with my family. It's like, no, you can just record your dance studio sessions or a specific part of your dance studio sessions, right?
Okay.
And create a vlog out of that. So a vlog is whatever you want to make it, just as long as you're recording something.
Yeah, so it really is a video log, basically.
Yeah,
but it sounds cool, vlog.
Exactly, right? Yeah.
Cool. So you have an interesting thing, though. You have it's a paired channel.
Yeah.
I wanted to get Moyra in here, but as you can see, it's a very small space, and it's getting smaller, actually. The walls just sort of like cave in. It's New York City, baby. That's what we do. But he's speaking on behalf of her. But it's interesting. So you're a pair. You're sort of a duo.
Yeah.
And you guys have sort of a natural chemistry together.
Yeah.
That really works. And that's what I think a lot of the audiences are picking up on it. So what were you kind of how did you get started doing it, and then where has it morphed into today?
What's so funny is I actually started out making videos like in general with like my friend. I'm not gonna plug his stuff, right? Because this is not about him, right? But like a couple years ago, we sat down. We were like, oh hey, like we want to be like Facebook famous. Like that was the thing at the time, right? And that's how it started out. And we were like, oh, how are we gonna get there? Oh, we want to make funny videos and be Facebook famous. So that was the plan. So
did you have hashtags back then? I mean, I'm talking to him like he's like from the 80s.
I don't even remember.
The Facebook era was like, that was 10 years ago.
Yeah,
I don't think there was hashtags.
No. I don't even think this was 2014 when like what I'm talking about. I don't even think that we were even using hashtags on Facebook. I think it was just you made a video, you captioned it, and you posted it, and you hoped for the best, right?
So you did one of those.
So so that's what we started out doing, and I mean he took it and ran with it. Like he used it, like he did it like it was a full-time job. Cool. Like me, I was like easing into it, dabbing in a bit, and then when I fully got into it, you know, I made this one video and it like sort of like blew up, right? It was like a Labor Day specific video. And then, you know, we knew ultimately that the plan was to get on YouTube, right? It's just that, like, we were trying to find the perfect time.
Yeah.
And then, you know, one day after this video that I made, like, blew up, I'm getting, like, all these views and everything. And I said, wait, hold on. I'm curious. Like, these people that I watch every day, like, you know, they're my age, but they're living in a penthouse in LA, right? Why is that? How is that? So I looked up how much my favorite YouTuber at the time net worth was. It was $3 million. Wow. I was like, hold on. He gets paid $3 million to do that? I didn't get a dime off of Facebook. Baby. So I called up my girlfriend at the time, right? Because she was also interested in, you know, making a YouTube channel. I called up my best friend who we were making Facebook videos together, and I'm like, we need to move over to YouTube now, right? So then, you know, he created his YouTube channel. He's making his own stuff. And I was sitting there trying to figure out, oh, snap, like, what am I going to do on YouTube? And so was Moyra. Moyra was like, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do on my channel either. And then she was like, you know, couples channels are, like, popular, right? And we're always hanging out together, right? And the stuff that we would have done, you know, off camera are things that people want to see couples do on camera. How about we just make the channel together? And then I was like, yeah, fine. So we started out doing.
You can do all the work,
right?
You. So sit there and smile.
So we started doing reaction videos, right? Reactions and challenges, because that's those were like the simplest videos to do. You know, we were two kids.
They're topical. They're interesting. They're relatable.
Yeah, like so we had like no money at the time, no camera. We were borrowing the school's camera, right? So we'd borrow it, film some videos, and bring it back the next day.
Yeah.
And then
that's fun though. I like that.
It was like a chase, right? It was like a chase. And then eventually, you know, your first couple of videos always do like really, really poor, right? You only get like 10, 15 views, and then you're getting discouraged. But then like after a while, the reactions started to pick up. Cool. So like 10 views turned to 40,000 views, and then we were like, oh snap,
10 to 40,000.
No, like no joke, dude. Like I was at the barbershop one day, and one of our videos had 1,000 views, and by the time I got my haircut and got home, it had like 25,000 views. I was like, and she was like calling me, she's like, our videos are blowing up, and I'm like, to that barbershop. The barbershop is like the good luck.
It's the lucky spot.
So then like we started doing that, and then that's when we looked up and we were like, hey, like, you know, we also want to document our lives. And then that's when the idea of stepping into the vlogging world happened. And it just so happened that at the time, on a religious basis, there was about 5 or 6 creators that we'd watch every single day. And there was this event called Sneaker Games, right? And just so happened, all 5 of them were gonna be at this event. So we were like, oh, like, let's go, like, you know, like that's gonna be our first vlog. 'Cause we go out, and we're like, okay, we're going to be like, you know, there's going to be a bunch of kids there vlogging too, but, you know, whatever. We had 118 subscribers at the time. And the whole time we walk around this event, kids are asking us, how much subscribers do you have, right? Because there's other creators there. So like, you guys are vloggers too? How much subscribers? 118. They go, oh. And like they don't even pay us any attention anymore, right?
Nice.
So then it just so happened all 5 of these creators are there. And everyone that we interacted with, we ended up in their vlogs, and they ended up in our vlogs. Amazing. And it wasn't just like fan-wise, like, oh, hey, I'm here with, it was actual like content that we made. So we did our handshake the same time that our favorite couple at the time was doing theirs. Instantly, overnight, a bunch of people recognized my face, and it just so happened we were taking a vacation to his hometown 5 days later. That was already planned. We go down there, and that's supposed to be like our 2nd, 3rd, 4th vlog. We get down there, and like, I'm walking around Universal Studios, and there's like kids like walking up to me like, oh snap, like weren't you guys just in that video? And then we were like, yo, like this is fun, and people actually care about what we're doing, right?
Yeah, so you feel like you're getting a connection with them too.
It was actually a connection, right? It wasn't like how actors back in the day like would make a film and they have no idea who's watching it, right? It's like you're meeting these people and they're not treating you as if like you're some big celebrity, but they are. So it's like they treat you as if like, oh, I love your work.
Yeah.
But I'm like also like your friend, right? So it's like, hey, what's up?
Because you're giving the kind of stuff you're giving them is so personal.
Exactly.
So that's the same thing with, I mean, Instagram is a lot of when celebrities started posting stories and going on Instagram, it's like all of a sudden you're like, I am friends with Tony Hawk, and I always have been. Hey, Tony, what are you doing today? Haha, looks great. Never responds to me. But it's really that personal.
But can you imagine if he does respond to you?
I would die. I would throw up and die.
Dude, that's exactly like how people feel like if we reply to them on like Instagram or something, and like you know. But then again, then they're like, oh, thank you, right? And then now we're like literally friends with people who are subscribed to us.
Amazing.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I know their life.
So what are you doing now differently to change up the style of vlogs that you did?
Basically, you know, I started to like not like that whole thing either, and I was like, yeah, this is very mundane. And then we started to look at like other couples vlogging, and then I guess we got #woke, and we were like, hey, like, you know, everybody's doing that, right? And they're trying to be whoever they look up to, right? How about we take what we like to do, right, and find a way to just show that without having to.
Got it.
You know.
Without the like, you know.
Yeah, exactly, right? So.
That's still great though.
No, it is.
But it's like you wanted to change it up.
Exactly. So there's this one guy that we watch now, right? That we've been watching for like 6 months, and we enjoy the hell out of his videos. And then we really started to look into him. We're like, wait, why do we enjoy his videos so much? It's fast. We know his life, but he almost never does. Oh, hey guys, like this. Yeah. He just shows you all the sequences of clips.
He just cuts out the bullshit.
Exactly. I think he posts every Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, right? And you know, all the footage for Mondays is obviously filmed between Friday and Sunday, and then so on and so forth. But all you see is just a sequence of events.
Got it.
And you get the point of what's happening, right? But like, he didn't have to tell you; he just showed you, right? So we were like, hey, we have busy lives too, and we can't constantly like, you know, wrap our heads to stop and talk. How about we go that route?
Cool.
But since it's 2 of us, not 1 of us, right? We have to find an interesting way to bounce between us, right? And that was always a problem. So this allows us to bounce between us and it not get weird.
Got it.
Right?
Got it.
So that's sort of like
so
the new format.
Both of you are there, but it's cutting between you two.
Exactly. It's because, you know, we're not like most other couples on YouTube. Most other couples on YouTube kind of live together. Right? And so they wake up and they go, oh, you want to film a video? Here we go. But 9 times out of 10, you know, we live an hour and a half away from each other. So we wake up, oh, hey, you want to film a video? Yeah. Now we have to meet up.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
And that's a process.
Exactly. So now vlogging.
That's a really cool way to add like a new flavor to it.
Vlogging gives us the chance to be ourselves, live our life, which is ultimately the purpose of our vlog, right? And you know, do it in a natural way.
Interesting.
And that is the natural, and this is our natural way, right?
That's cool.
Because not every day is the same.
So if you want to check out some of these vlogs in action, we actually just worked on an episode together, and we're going to show you a little bit of it in a second. You can find their channel on YouTube. It's Alec and Moyra.
Alec and Moyra Vlogs.
Alec and Moyra Vlogs, and then there's some sub-channels too, right?
Yeah, so there's 2 other channels, A&M Reactions, if you love reaction videos, and Alec and Moyra Animations, in which that's the channel that John's on. He's going to show you that in a second.
We're going to do that right now.
Yeah.
Have a good night and day. Yeah, we did it, man!